The Scotch Derrick Crane is more than a crane, it's a symbol of our maritime past. And as a last of its kind, a reminder of our thriving shipbuilding industry. Standing tall at 17 metres with a 30-metre boom, built from 8 main pieces, this Scotch Derrick Crane weighs an impressive 30 tonnes. Once a vital part of the region's industrial landscape, this historic crane now serves as a heritage attraction, reminding us of the power, ingenuity and craftsmanship that shaped generations of work. Our Scotch Derrick Crane is the last remaining Scotch Derrick Crane in Hull, so it's a really important part of the project that we preserve it and maintain it for future generations to understand the important role it played in shipbuilding in this area of Hull. The condition of the Scotch Derrick Crane before we started was very poor. It really did look sad. If we hadn't intervened, we would have lost it. It really was right at the end of its life and desperately in need of specialist care.
When we first learned that the project was going to come to us, we were really excited, being that we had a company of engineers, and there's nothing that engineers like more than having an old piece of machinery to renovate. So there was some excitement in the company. We went over to Hull to see the crane, and it was a sorry sight. A lot of the components were in a poor state, so they had to be handled very carefully. One lifting started off by sympathetically dismantling the crane, loading the crane onto abnormal load transporting to North Wales. We then proceeded to unload and dismantle the crane carefully, work out which parts could be reused. We used our engineering skills to remanufacture parts, and when we had the full set of parts, we blast cleaned the crane to get rid of corrosion, and then we reassembled, painting as we went to get to the point where we had all the components in a refurbished condition. Then we reloaded the crane onto abnormal load transport and then transported to Hull, and then reinstalled the crane on the dockside in a slightly different position to where it had been before. I think the crane is a unique remnant of Britain's industrial past, manufactured in Colne in Lancashire many years ago, using techniques and methods that are no longer available or no longer practiced. I think the crane is a fitting symbol of those times, and when we saw the crane being erected, we were very proud, and to see it now taking pride of place on the dockside at Hull, we are very pleased to be part of restoring this heritage item from Britain and Hull's industrial past.
It's really exciting to see it come back and see the specialist work that Mona are undertaking. It's coming back in 8 large sections, like a giant Meccano set. She's looking fantastic, she's going to be a real landmark. You'll be able to see her from both bridges that cross the River Hull, and it really will point a finger and get people excited about what we have here. When visitors come to the North End Shipyard, they'll really chart a course through history. They'll learn about the importance of the trawling fleet and trawling to Hull's economy and the development of Hull, and they'll also learn about shipbuilding that happened right where we're stood. So the Arcitc Corsair is going to be relocated to the North End Shipyard in dry dock. That's an opportunity for people to get on board the ship, and there's also a visitor centre which will tell the story and give them the background to the Arcitc Corsair before they're actually board. The Scotch Derrick Crane is all part of that story that we're telling here, and that important piece of Hull's heritage that we're really shining a light on as part of the North End Shipyard's visitor attraction. They'll be able to walk right up to it, under it, see the scale of it. They'll be able to see that although it's been restored, it still has a story and a history to tell. It's got lots of dings and knocks from its past, and it looks incredible, but also it's not perfect. And I think that's a really important part of telling its story. It stands here not just as a machine, but as a symbol of the workers and industries that built our community. A proud piece of our past, now protected for the future.